Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Force here, and today we'll be checking out Marvel Heroes, which is currently in closed beta. This is an upcoming free-to-play MMORPG with hack-and-slash gameplay similar to games like Diablo and Torchlight. It was developed by Gazillion Entertainment, who also made LEGO Universe and Jumpgate Evolution. I'm going to be showing you guys some gameplay and giving you my initial thoughts and impressions. Starting off, let's pick a hero. Black Widow, Captain America, Hulk, Iron Man, Thor. I think the obvious choice is Thor. I actually kind of like Iron Man too, but the new movie releases and there's going to be pretty much everyone else in the entire game playing Iron Man this weekend. So no, thank you. All right, so let me give you a little bit of a backstory as to what's going on. I have already played this game a bit. This was during prior beta weekend's event. I've played as other characters. I just wanted to show you some gameplay with a brand new character, brand new skills and everything like that, and just give you a general basic introduction to the game. So we're going to start off here just by picking up this quest, and it's going to tell us to go over here and talk to this dude, and then we'll click OK. So I've played this game already. I played it during the prior beta weekend event. I've probably spent in total about 2 hours. I played some time as Nighthawk, and I spent some time playing as Storm as well. This is a brand new character for me, so I'm going to be learning him basically as we play here. And starting off, he's got a couple of abilities. Let's see, left mouse button lashes out at enemies in front of you, dealing damage there. That's exciting. And then right mouse button slamming on the ground, knocking nearby enemies back. Okay, so looks like we've just got a basic melee attack here, and then the ability to slam, knock enemies back. Pretty obvious stuff here on the user interface. Health over here in the red circlet, and then the blue circlet, that is going to be your spirit, and your spirit is the resource used to cast specialty things like this knockback here, and that will automatically regenerate once you stop using it. It's a pretty quick process there as well. So yeah, we're going to take a look at some gameplay. I want to give you guys my initial thoughts and impressions on the game. Starting here, we've got these little waypoints. Now, in terms of the gameplay itself, it's once again, it's an MMO, but it's a hack and slash game. So it's very, very similar to a Diablo, a Torchlight, a Path of Exile game like that. My immediate problem with it is that I haven't found the gameplay very rewarding. After 2 hours of playing through it, once again on other characters, this is a brand new character here, but playing through on the other characters after 2 hours, at no point really did I think it was too entertaining. Now, it's important to keep in mind, this is all early gameplay experience, so it could be a game that gets progressively more and more interesting as you make your way throughout it. You unlock new abilities, you start to get new gear and stuff like that. And this is, it's, you know, it's pretty standard and generic in its action RPG-ness. The hack and slash action RPG aspects of it are pretty much what you expect in any. We've got character slots here for items, we've got basic hero information, stats, a little bit of bio as well for all of you Super Marvel fans out there, and then you can see you've got an inventory slot, level, and then defense ability there. So it's pretty standard in that sense. We've got a health pool, we got a resource, we walk around hacking and slashing, and then we also have special abilities that we can cast, you know, basic stuff. And that's how I felt after 2 hours of playing through it. But before we jump right into that part of this video, let me begin just by covering the basics of how the game is played and everything like that. So, moving around by clicking on the ground, you can either click in a position to move to that position, or you can hold down left mouse button and move around. Pretty standard for the genre. It's also got the ability to hold down W and then just move your mouse cursor, and then you can move like that. So that's interesting. Now, it's not WASD movement, because A, S, and D don't do anything. But holding down W is going to put you on run, and then you can just move your mouse around in order to move with that. So that's pretty neat. But I don't know, not that I'm asking for WASD movement, because I realize that, you know, there's I guess two different schools of thought, one that it's okay in this type of game and one that it's not, and it seems like they've gone with the, yeah, we don't want standard WASD, but we'll give you an auto run if you just want to move your mouse around with that to sort of alleviate your clicker finger. That's really the primary reason to do that, because normally in this type of game you're just clicking all over the place, and eventually your finger starts to get a little, gets a little tired and you get a little exhausted, or maybe that's just for old guys like me. Now, I do also need to say, and this might infuriate some people, but I'm not really a big Marvel guy. I've seen a few of the movies, I thought they're pretty cool. The comics, I just never got into. I was never a person who was into comic books. Now, with that said, that's why you need to keep in consideration what I'm about to say about this game. this game really feels like it's fan service. And that's not the worst thing, but it makes it so that it doesn't really feel like that. It doesn't feel like the greatest hack and slash action RPG I've ever played. It feels pretty standard, pretty generic. So far, again, these are just early impressions. I realize this could very well change as the game progresses. But it just feels like fan service. It just feels like a game that's being developed because of the Marvel movies, because of you know, Iron Man, the newest Iron Man coming out. And obviously we've got the Spider-Mans and all those sorts of things. So with all the Marvel movies and the Avengers being very popular, this feels like a game that's being developed for that reason, to sort of take advantage of that and try to get people to play an MMO. It's free to play, mind you. And I don't know how they monetize in this game. I actually have no idea. I apologize for that. I don't know what their plan for monetization is. I'm guessing, I believe they've got character skins that you can purchase. So what that means is Spider-Man, you could get different outfits for him, if you will, and et cetera, with every one of the Marvel heroes. I'm assuming that's where their monetization is going to come from. I'm not sure if they're doing anything in terms of purchasing gear or things like that, but at the very least, I believe basically what boil down to character skins are where the monetization is going to come from. So back to my point. This game feels like fan service. It feels like it's something that's just, hey man, let's push this out. Marvel movies are doing well right now. Let's get people to play this game. Maybe they'll purchase some extra skins and we can make some money off of it. But that's not the worst thing. It doesn't make for the best game, and this, once again, really doesn't seem like that great of a game, at least my initial impressions. And but for some people, this is going to be great. You know, if you've got people who aren't really super big into video games, don't play a ton of video games, don't play a ton of hack and slash action RPGs so that they know what to compare this to. I mean, this feels passable in terms of its gameplay, how the game's progression works and everything like that, if it really holds up in the long haul. Can't say that now, not in a first impressions video. As it goes through the beta, I plan to, because we're just in closed beta right now, although it's an open beta weekend to be specific, but because we're in beta right now and the game doesn't launch for another month, these aren't my final thoughts on the game, not at all. These are just very early impressions, and once I spend more time with it, I'll probably end up just picking Thor here as the main character. Once I spend more time with it, if that all changes, then I'll be sure to let you guys know. But so far feels, you know, passable, but just doesn't feel like it's the greatest. But that's okay. That is okay for some people. I don't think it's okay for me. I don't think it's going to be okay for a lot of my viewers, those of you watching this video, who expect a lot from hack and slash RPGs because you've experienced a lot of them in the past, but, you know. So again, back to talk of the gameplay. We've talked about the moving around. Obviously, you got figured it out here. Left and right mouse button are going to be some of my primary abilities here early on. We got the living laser. Oh no. Someone watching this knows who he is. Probably everyone but me. Guy making the video doesn't know much about Marvel. I don't know what to tell you. Just comic books were never my thing. Fantasy novels and Magic the Gathering, plus video games, console or otherwise. Those were my things as a child. Comic books, never. Except for when I was really young and I wanted to look at, don't hate me, just absurdly dressed cartoon characters. This was when I was young. I've since grown up and realized that that's a very immature thing to do. But hey, when you're young and you're immature, that's okay, right? When you're a young kid, that's all you care about. Yeah. Just being honest here, young males, they that's just, yep, that's why they look at most comic books, I'd be certain, to be honest. Alright, anyways, enough of that rant. Let's kill the living laser, pick up some gear, and let me then show you some of the stuff equipped here. Okay, so we got some stuff here, we got some upgrades. 5 damage plus 2 to stamina. 4 damage plus 2 physical damage. Okay, we got that, put that on there. This is, grants Hammer Strike rank 3. And we'll go just plus 2 for that one. We got a cape here, that's nice. And this is a gun that is for Rocket Raccoon, who is not me, but yes, Rocket Raccoon is a character in this game. And for the hammer, 5 damage, 2 to that, 2 to 4 damage, 3 damage. So 5 damage, this is plus 2 physical damage, so it's 5, plus 2 to Ashgren stamina. Interesting. Plus 2 to the stamina. Well, let me also do this here. We're gonna hit I. We already hit I. Okay, never mind. I was just going to say, oh, we'll level that up, but that is not something that we can do at the moment. As you can see here, we are just a level 1. And we're going to go ahead and move on down to the cell block. And we'll be leveling up our skills once we are finished here with this level. Which, as far as I could tell, was the only way in order to do that. There might be other ways, though. So when you kill these characters here, a few things happen. They'll drop experience balls. They'll also drop these little health potions as well, or mana potions, equivalent if you will. Things that give you mana, basically. All right, so we are now level 2, which means we can go ahead and spend some power points, which will allow us to get some skills here. So I already have this hammer, which is my basic attack, also that hammer there. And there's 3 different trees for every one of the heroes in this game. This guy, I've got this Master of the Hammer, God of Thunder, and Son of Asgard. So for this, we could get some of that stamina, and that's actually, that is +3 right now. I think if I spend 1 point in it, then that will work out. So if I spend 1 point, confirm, 550 is my base, jumping up to 565 there, okay. And I've got another point here I could call, so instead of specializing in these skills, just to show you guys more skills, I'll get this new skill here. Normally, if I was really focusing, I'd probably try to focus on one of these trees, but let's go ahead and call down a blast of lightning to stun enemies in an area. That sounds pretty exciting. We're gonna get that. And we will move that over to bind it to A. I don't believe this needs to be bound because I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's just a passive, so there's nothing to bind that to. Just increase my stamina overall. That's pretty exciting. All right, so those are our abilities. We leveled up. We got some points to spend, and there you go. Again, pretty basic stuff. And I don't want to. I know I sort of started off this video by ragging on this a little bit. I don't want people to get the impression that like this is horrendously bad. It's just really not. It's not really that great. The combat just doesn't really feel that fantastic. But once again, if you're just a big Marvel fan and you want to play this free-to-play MMO with your friends that you can go around hacking and slashing as some of the Marvel heroes, I mean, that's going to be really cool for some people. But fan service is sort of what I would chalk it up to at this point. But again, I promise more time will be spent with this game, especially the style of game. I think I'd want to put in a good 6 to 8 hours before I came back at you with another video to give you guys my impressions after a fair amount of time. But hey, it's, you know, it's not horrendously bad. So, and I think there's going to be a lot of people who really get some enjoyment out of this. So that's great. It's great for those people. I should probably try to be avoiding those big telegraphed attacks there, right? All right, we're gonna move over here. There is also, well, there's a quest over there, but I think we could just keep moving in this direction at this point. Because we do have another boss fight coming up. All sorts of crazy stuff going on in the background. Look at that. Uh-oh, Venom. Watch out for him. See, I know a little bit about it. I know Venom. I know what he's all about. It seems like something I do like about this game, we've got some sort of interactivity with the environment in the sense that there are certain objects you can pick up, certain objects you can destroy, things like that. So we got this over here. Grab this and gonna give us some med kits, which I can go ahead and activate those by hitting H, which will heal me up there. And we do have another waypoint right there. And there's objects in the environment that you can pick up and throw, and that's certainly pretty cool. I certainly like that. That's something that not all hack and slash RPGs have. And oh no, the Green Goblin. So I've already killed the Living Laser. I'm about to kill the Green Goblin. I feel like once this game is done, there won't be many more enemies to be slain. Although actually, I don't know if they technically die. I think the way it's explained away is you just knock them out. We don't actually kill these guys, you know. Because then, it's sort of like, you know, Injustice Gods Among Us, that fighting game that just came out. You only knock people out, because it wouldn't make sense for a superhero to kill another superhero. Because then, what, do they just stop? I mean, I know sometimes lore-wise they'll do it, but then a lot of times those characters get resurrected some way. So they're just like, oh, superheroes, they just like to play fight with each other. There you go. The Green Goblin has been bested. Relatively easy here early on, but that's also to be expected because this is just an early portion of the game. And wonderful. So I saved the day as Thor. Whoop-de-doo. And now we are going to go to Avengers Tower. Ooh, and this is a central, sort of central location. I guess the quest hub is a good way to call it. There's also an item stash right here where you're, it's sort of like a base inventory where you're able to store a lot of your stuff there. And we got some more wonderful cinematics here.
Thanks to Hydra, there will be bedlam in the streets of New York.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Oh no.
But I can't help but wonder, Dr.
Pretty scary. All right, so this is Avengers Tower. This is where you're gonna notice all these other heroes, other people playing this weekend. It's a central location where you pick up quests. There's also a little wonderful healer over there, Moondragon. And then you've got your stash over here. I love how it's really funny. You're able to store some stuff, and yeah, special medals that they go give various benefits to you. Just sort of like a necklace piece here. You can equip that. Got a bow, but that's for Hawkeye. Can't use that. That's better. Whoops. I meant to equip this stuff, not throw it in my stash. Anyways, that's gonna do it, I think. I just wanted to give you guys just a very basic introduction to this game. Let you know that it's not that bad, but it's not that great either based on my initial playthrough of it. But you know what? You can totally judge for yourself, because if you're watching this video shortly after its release, this game is right now going in open beta during this weekend. They're throwing an event, and it fully releases in a month from now on June 4th. Plus, it's a free-to-play game. So even if you disagree with me in every aspect of what I've said in this video, that's fine. You can try it out yourself. It's free. It won't cost you anything. And if you think it's a great hack and slash game, then you'll continue to play it. But I think what's more likely is that people will not be playing it because it's doing amazing new things to the hack and slash action genre. I think people will play it because it's fan service, because they're Marvel fans and they want to play as these heroes and go throughout this world. And you know, the game's going to visit various Marvel locations like the Savage Land and obviously here Avengers Tower, and that'll be cool for people as well. But if you're just looking for a great new hack and slash action RPG, this probably isn't going to be the game for you. But it is passable, once again. All right, guys, that's going to do it here. Thank you for joining me. Once again, this has been Force checking out Marvel Heroes, currently in open beta for this weekend. It is technically in closed beta besides this weekend, and the game will officially launch on June 4th, which is just a month away. For all you Marvel fans, whoop-de-doo. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe. And as always, keep watching and keep owning. I can't even cast my spells in Avengers Tower? What the heck? I want to beat up some of these fools. I love how everyone looks exactly the same. That's great.